Alright. This is another episode of Rhymes and Real Estate, where we take the bars to the bank. We cash in on the wisdom behind the lyrics. Listen, we learn from the moves of some of hip hop's most successful artists and entrepreneurs. And you already know I'm more than a real estate professional. I'm more than a investor and syndicator. Look, I am more than a hip hop aficionado. I am 1000% committed to living my best life every single day. And if you're like me, you're in the right place. My name is Deandre Lavarity, aka Focused on Stacks, representing Stack City. And you already know I got my homie, I got my comrade in this real estate battle. I got the big dog. Man, I'll let you introduce yourself, man.
Hey, what's up, man? You already know it's Niran, aka NiranInc.com login. I'm more than just a real estate professional. I'm a giver. I'm a provider. I hit you with the information, and then you can use it to utilize your life in great ways. And what's great is you can use this by the everyday hip hop and songs that you listen to. So I hope you tune in weekly basis because we're really about to get it started.
That's a fact, man. Listen, we got a good song for y'all today. Of course, we had to give a big special shout out, major blessings to the big homie, Jcole. I mean, he dropped an amazing project this week. I really hope y'all tune into your Tidal, iTunes, Spotify, whatever you get your music at these
Check it
days.
out.
Listen to the album. We had to extract some bars for you from the first leading single, ATM. So I'm going to let it just play a little bit, right? We're just going to give them a little bit, and then we'll give you right back with some of these bars so we can show you how real estate and rhymes make your life better. All right, so just give us a second. We'll be right back.
Count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard the whole song in its entirety or the whole album, trust me, it's worth the time, it's worth the energy, and it's worth the effort. So pull up after this, but focus right now because we have some special bars we're going to pull out of this song. First one, we want to talk directly to the people who need to buy a home. All right, so listen up, listen close. We'll be right back, and we're going to exactly show you how these bars are going to help you level up.
I know that it's difficult, I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual. I know that it's difficult, I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual. I know that it's difficult, I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual.
I know that it's difficult. I'm stacking this paper like it is habitual. Look, Niran, man, listen, tell these people why they need to start saving their money, man.
Because honestly, at every level of what you got, what you earn, you can do something in terms of house buying and real estate.
Hold
Big
up.
time.
So you mean if I only got like a couple thousand, like $5,000, I could do something with real estate?
With $5,000, you can get a condo, and guess what? You don't live there. You can become a landlord and rent the 2 units. You can sell the condo. Like condos are owning a property is less tax dollars at the end of the day than renting at the end of each year.
All right, hold on, because we getting deep on them. Hold on, I don't even know if they're ready for that. So we're talking to people who, if you need to buy a place, then you need to listen closely. Now, Niran's gonna drop these bombs on you, give you some straight facts. So you're telling me that if I got $5,000, I could buy a condo. What can I get if I got like 10?
10 G's, you can get a pretty good single family house. You can rent out the rooms. You might even be able to get a multifamily depending on the area you want to live in. 10, 15 G's. That's a $30,000 pre-approval from most banks, at least. So, like, depending on your situation, you can do a lot with that.
All right. So what you're saying is, I don't need $300,000 to buy a $300,000 house.
Nah, it's all about getting pre-approved. Obviously, the more you put down, the better the rate will be with the bank in terms of mortgages and loans.
Right.
But you can get a $300,000 house with just $10K. Like, you might not get the best deal you want, but you will be able to afford it. Like, and if you're willing to put down more, it's even better for you.
Okay, cool. So all right, we got that out the way. We know we gotta save some money. do you have any suggestions on how people can save some money? Because right now in the economy, it looks like it's tough. I mean, I know $10,000 when you really think about it, if you make 60, 50, $70,000. I mean, how do I save that money? You have any suggestions on?
Me personally, I like to use Fidelity. There's different banks and stuff. You invest your money. Investing is, to me, even though people say this and that about crypto, the market's right back up. It's a good way to save your money. Either whatever you got to do. Like, I don't like I'm not a thrill type of guy. I'm not into the cryptocurrency. I'm not into that. But anything is better than just keeping it in a checkings account.
Okay.
Because that's not how you save money. Like, you either got to have a savings account, an investing account. You got to have something going that you're not constantly swiping your money in order to save. Like, that's just how you save. And the thing is, when you save, there's a lot you can do. Like, if you become a landlord, all of a sudden you pay $30,000, you get a $600,000 house, you rent out the units, all of a sudden the money's making you money.
Right.
So you gotta make that transition into buying with your saved money.
Okay. So here's some advice that I got actually from one of my mentors, and it'll probably help some people out there. So one of the things when it comes to saving money, right? You got money that moves two ways. It either comes in or goes out, right? So you could either make more money or you could spend less money. So what I would say to everybody out there is, look, break it down, right? If you're content with a condo, if that's what you want to start off with, which a lot of people start off at condos and end up owning 50, 60 houses because they understand the principle of flipping. But we could talk about that at another point. I just want to get you guys in the market. So one of the things I would say to you is, look at what you're spending your money on, and then decide if it's worth more to you than owning a house. So for example, I took my wife out last weekend, and we spent $150 or whatever, dinner, some just a good time, and that meant a lot to me. So I spent the money, but I had some I had some other opportunities to do other things in the evening. You know how it is. Your friends call you, want to go to the club, or you people, want to pull up, and 10 minutes turns into 2 hours doing this and that, and money just flies out the pocket. So I had to decide, look, that ain't the move for me. So I'm gonna save these $200, and instead of going to the club, it's gonna cost me $40, $50 to get in with parking, and then spending $80 on drinks, and then buying drinks for the ladies around me and all that stuff. I'm gonna just put that aside in the bank account, and that's my little club fund that is gonna turn into my house fund. You know what I'm saying? So just re-strategizing your money is really, really successful. Definitely working with. Have you ever worked with financial advisors at all?
Yeah, I actually had a boy who was a financial advisor for like a trust fund. I forgot the name, but it was like some trust fund. Me personally, I didn't need it because I just had the attitude of save everything already. But like if you're the type of person who can't save on your own, then that's definitely a good idea to have a financial advisor, because they probably would tell you a lot what we're telling you, which is save your money and own your home to avoid property taxes. Because that's the best thing in this world to do. And obviously I understand you have bills, but what works for most people is just write everything down. Like, you gotta pay $50 for bills, you gotta pay $60, you got this much money coming in. Guess what? After you paid off your bills, write down what you saving, and then write down what you keeping for everybody gotta have their funds, like $50, $100 in their checking just to blow. I understand that, but just make sure you put that savings money away and don't touch it, and then keep your fund money or whatever you gotta spend on fund money. Like, separate your money, write everything down and separate your money.
That's a fact. And y'all know me, man. I'm a big guy. I'm big on the books, you know what I'm saying? Reading, educating yourself. A good book that if you haven't read it already, you should read it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He really goes in depth on, just how to change your mind and your lifestyle so that you can actually start to live the way you want to instead of the way you have to. And in these bars, man, it says, look, I'm stacking this paper. It's sort of habitual. What does that mean? Look, every time you get paid, that's a habitual payment. You're getting paid every 2 weeks, every week. You're getting a certain amount of money. That's habitual. So what you need to do is habitually save. Look, take 10% out of what you get paid and put that in an account that you're not going to touch. And you'll see that money stack up quick, man. So don't even worry about it. But I think that getting into that habit, like Cole says, is the key to really starting to save up some money and get your life in the position you want it to be in. You heard?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to move on. We got some more bars for you. Niran pulled some bars from this track. So he's going to introduce it, and we'll be right back. You know what? I couldn't let that happen. I forgot one key thing, and you'll probably feel me on this one. Look, What's the easiest savings plan every American in this country with a job has? It's called U.S. federal taxes. Listen, y'all are already paying hundreds and thousands of dollars into the tax system, and every year around this time, we're in April. I know y'all just got a check. You know what you gonna do with the check? You got $8,000. You got a couple kids.
Don't blow it.
Listen, you done saved your money. You can take that same $8,000, do what Niran just said, take 5 and go buy a condo. Get about your house that you don't like with the landlord who smell like cigarettes and ass.
Get the pre-approval, get the condo. I got you right now.
Listen, if you need a pre-approval, you already know. Hit me, hit Niran up. We'll give you the information at the end. Hold tight. But you already know how to get in touch with us. But definitely, if you're in a position where you've been saving all your hard-earned money of 2017, giving it to the government so they can flip it and pay for healthcare and pay for guns to go bomb people and all this other stuff, take that time, now that they gave you your money back, to do the right thing. All right? So, like I said, Niran got some bars for us. Hold up.
I flip my misfortune and grow me a fortune. My rollie is scorching. Them niggas that hated it slowly endorsing. Not Cody important. My niggas beside me like Tommy and Martin.
I flip my misfortune. My rollie is scorching. This is huge because this relates to investors on so many levels in this industry.
Investors, we're talking to you.
Like, different type of investors. Like, if you just want to sell your home, I consider you an investor, because guess what? This can relate to you too.
No, it's a fact. I mean, real estate is most people's biggest investment in their life, man. I mean, I don't know too many people who got like a half a million in like cars or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely. But go ahead, man. I mean, let these people know. I mean, what do investors need to know?
I think investors need to know their house. Like, what makes a good house worth selling? Like, do you have the stainless steel countertops? Do you have the wood floors? Do you have the laundry in unit? Do you have the different necessities, the outdoor space? Like, you gotta know the list of things, because just the smallest thing, like switching that carpet to wood floors, can make your house value go up 30,000. Installing those 2 rooms in your basement for 10 G's, all of a sudden your house has 6 rooms, and now it's worth from 400 to 600,000. So flipping misfortune, like Cole said, is huge, because it can get you a rollie with that extra bread you make off of that investment, of learning how to flip your misfortune, which is key. How do you feel about investors? What do you think they should know about?
Well, I mean, obviously, you know, this is a hip hop show, so we're talking to the younger generation. But listen, most of y'all got parents who their whole life they just worked and they did what they were taught, and you know what they were taught to do was buy a house. Now they're getting older. I got a lot of friends of mine whose parents are looking to retire. Either they want to turn it into a rental property or they want to sell the place. And you know, I'm dealing with this all the time. So what I would say is, listen, if you're listening to this right now, remember the key factors of flipping your misfortune to grow a fortune, right? Because that's the key. That's what we're trying to do. So yeah, you know, you might have grew up in the house and you're comfortable and all that stuff, but if your grass is looking kind of funny, ain't nobody trying to buy that for full price. If you got cracks in your stairs, or
learn how to clean.
Yeah, right.
If your roof is 15 years old, guess what? A new roof can raise property value by like 30,000. It's like this. It's like, it seems like it's bread because it costs you $5,000-$6,000 to do certain things, like get a new room in the basement, do a new roof, fix your windows. It costs the bread, but trust me, this is home flipping 101. You do these things, your house property value is going nothing but higher. Clean your place, cut the grass, like
right.
Do the small things.
And you know what?
Repaint it. Why not?
I gotta keep it funky with you too, man. Hire a real estate agent, man, because at the end of the day, people get a little bravado going on, and they feel like they want to go out here and try to sell their house themselves. I'm telling you right now, the only people who are trying to buy your house from you directly are investors like myself who want to get it for 70 to 50% off. We're not giving you full price because we know that if you're trying to sell it, you're trying to save some money, which means you really don't believe in your property. If you don't believe in your property, it's because you probably don't believe in what you're doing. So get an investor, get a real estate agent to help you not only go through the list of what you need to do, but actually represent your property in the world. Listen, I've done deals with people, from people who came from all over the world because I have that reach. I market properties in that way so that, people in China who are coming over here or people in Indonesia. I've done deals with people from Africa and in Nigeria. I've done some deals even with people in South America. So I think the thing that you really need to do is know your limit and work with somebody who can help you reach your potential. That's really the core thing.
You gotta understand that nearly 90% of sellers hire real estate agents.
That's a fact.
So there's a reason for this. Right now, it's because the 90% that do hire real estates get more money for their house. Guess why? It's because the real estate agents tell them the things that we're telling you right now. So hiring a real estate agent is not only good for you, but they also have accesses to different services like the multi-listing service that you necessarily don't have access to without a licensed real estate professional. So there's many different advantages to hiring a real estate agent, and as a seller, you should 100% go that route, because the 10% that don't go that route make 95% of the time way less.
Yeah.
So if you want to make money, you're not paying the agent the commission. The bank pays the agent. I think sometimes people get a little confused with how the agent's making his money. If it's the agent taking money? No, the agent's not taking money from you. He's taking money from the pre-approval, which came from the bank. So hire the agent. Go that route.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. We could beat this one all day, and I'm sure we'll touch it again in the future. But, Cole got more bars for that. Yes. So we're going to deal with him. So we talked to the investors, we talked to the sellers, we talked to the buyers, and we talked to the investors. And now we definitely got something for them sellers. So this is a fun part. Hold up.
Big bills, I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My niggas running tip drills, can't sit still, don't give a fuck if it kills. It mixed well, I'm only counting big bills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My niggas running tip drills, can't sit still, don't give a fuck if it kills. It mixed well, I'm only
counting big bills. You already know, man. Listen. This one right here goes out to all those people who've even considered, even thought, even imagined selling their house. You know why? Because look, where are we right now in the market? This is a seller's market. You know what that means? You know exactly what that means? That means that if you have a house, just by selling it in today's market, you're guaranteed to make more money on your home than damn near any other time. And now is the time to make that happen. I'm talking about counting big bills. All right, none of that little stuff, none of that make a little profit here and there. If you have a mortgage on your home and you still have a balance on your home, then now is the best time to sell that, because you'll be able to pay off that mortgage and have some money in your own pocket. And we could talk about strategies on how to move from there. But listen, what would you tell a seller if you because I know you're talking to people who own homes all the time. You're talking to people who have considered selling, aren't really sure if now is the right time. What would you tell them?
If you're considering selling, now is always the right time, because guess what? You never know what's on the market, who's on the market, and how much they're willing to provide. I understand some people are a little scared, like, oh, it's my home, I want to live here. But you have to understand, there's always a deal in real estate. So when you sell, you can also get that cheap place because now you have the knowledge of what you just sold. So you can go back and get that cheap house in a better neighborhood, or you can also just get a cheaper condo and just keep your money. Like, adjust your lifestyle to your needs. If your house is too much, you're not liking the mortgages, you're not liking the big bills, or you just want more bills, then it's the perfect time to sell. It's the perfect time to get money. That's what I have to say.
Now, that's a fact. I mean, check it out, right? The reason I like this part of the song right here, obviously, it got the bounce. So, you know, I like the bounce. But it's like a double entendre. He says, like, I'm counting big bills. That could be your money, or that could be them bill notes that come into you every month because you can't keep up. So, you know, with property taxes going up, we're seeing everything kind of increase. Right now is the perfect time to sell. And I'm going to give you a quick strategy. I usually don't like to give strategies away for free, but unless you come sit with me in the office over here in Somerville, Mass. But, you know, we move around. So we're going to give you a little bit of a quick little tip that I'm seeing a lot of smart, intelligent sellers doing right now. And that is simply this. Sell your home right now at the peak of the market. We're really, really, really close to the peak of the market. And you can read all type of articles about that. I don't have to prove
it's hot.
it. It's hot market right now.
It's selling. When it's warm out, it's the peak.
Well, we're in the spring market, and we're at the top of the market as far as prices are going. So what I'm seeing the smart people do is decide right away that I'm going to sell this house. I'm going to go rent a house for a year or two, because I know that at the end of every peak is a big drop. And you don't want to be trying to sell your house in the drop.
Don't do it.
Don't wait, and don't be scared to do something that you know you should do anyway. So,
high risk, high reward.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And the truth is, listen, how intelligent does it sound to you? You go rent a house that someone else who's scared to sell wants to rent out. Or maybe they're an institutional type investor. They're buying a hold for the long term. I'm really not sure. But whatever the case is, they want to rent the house. You take maybe 2-3% of that money that you just made, them big bills that you just got, and you put that aside for the rent for a year or two, and watch the market. Watch it fall down. Watch the house that you love, that you've always wanted to live. You drive by every day when you're on your way to your house. Watch that house go from $450 to $425 to $400 to $350, and jump on that thing. You'll have the money, you'll have the freedom and flexibility, and you can live the life that you definitely want to live. All right, get out of your old house, get out of your old bills, get out of your own way, and get with the program. All right, this is time to count big bills. I don't know about you, but I like rollies. I like taking vacations. I mean, I only live in my house when I'm home, right? And I'm only home.
Love taking
you
vacations.
know, I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with loving your house, but it's not the house that makes you happy. It's what you do in the house. And what you do, you can take that anywhere with you. You know, if you're in Boston like us, look, man, I'm tired of this weather. I want to go to Florida. Exactly. I want to go to Georgia.
Boston, you get top dollar too.
Yo, you're going to get it.
Then you can go live in these places for a while for the cheapest price.
I got a client that spends 6 months here and 6 months in Aruba. And that's only because he made a very intelligent decision early on in his real estate life. If you got a home, that means you have a real estate career. And he made a very wise decision. And he sold at the right time, made a bank, and made some good investments after that. And, you know, needless to say, he's living the life he wants to live. So
tune into what we said earlier for the type of investing you can do. We just mentioned the type of investing you can do.
That's a fact, man. So, look, that's what we want to tell you about that. Buyers, sellers, investors, no matter who you are, we can help. All right? This is Rhymes. This is Real Estate. Yes, I'm Deandre.
I'm Niran.
And, you know, if you want to get in touch with me, you can find me pretty much anywhere. The easiest way to get to me is my website, DeandreLavarity.com. That's Deandre, DeAndre. Lev like Victor, ARITY.com. And Niran, how can they get in touch with you?
The best way to get in touch with me is on my website too. It's niranink.com. Once again, that's NIRANINC.com. You can find my contact information. Everything you need to know is on the website.
Yeah.
Go on, check it out.
Yeah, and on the website there's always links for our Instagrams, Facebooks, all that stuff. Tons of information on both the websites. I encourage y'all to check it out, but more importantly, listen, don't just be a listener. Be a doer. You heard the podcast. You spent, 20 plus minutes with us. You learned something, hopefully, or you were reminded of something you already knew. Now go do it, man. Don't be whack. All right?
Amen.
Don't
man.
be
Do
whack
it.
out
Be a
here.
doer,
Listen,
man. Respond.
That's it, man. So thank you, Jcole, for dropping the ATM, man.
Yeah,
The
shout out
bars,
Jcole.
man. Facts. So if you haven't heard the song, listen. If you haven't heard the album, listen. And don't be corny and try to listen to it for free on YouTube. Go at least hit up your Tidal, your Tidal, iTunes, Spotify, whatever you subscribe, man. Spend some money and do the right thing. We'll be back with another episode real soon. We got some more information, more bars, more talk, more of that chat. So if nothing else, man, do you have anything else you want to tell the people?
That's it, man. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that.
All right, man.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Stay tuned. You already know, man. Peace and blessings, man. We'll holler at you soon. Take care.